Please help me to reach 500 subscribers. When Claire laughed and said, "You're ruining the fun," I forced a smile, thinking it was just her usual playful teasing. Claire had always had this knack for turning serious moments into jokes, a shield she used as easily as breathing. I used to find it endearing. Lately, though, her humor had sharpened, slicing through the part of me that still held on to hope for us. We had been married for 6 years. Most of that time had been warm and easy, but the last 12 months had grown cold, almost imperceptibly. Nights together were rare. Conversations had dwindled into monosyllables. My attempts to reconnect, a surprise dinner, a heartfelt note, even a quiet evening at home, were brushed off with laughter, a shrug, or the now familiar phrase, "You're ruining the fun." Claire was a marketing executive, sharp, persuasive, always the center of attention. She thrived on energy, on chaos, on social buzz. I, on the other hand, craved calm, stability, quiet nights, honest conversations. Somewhere along the way, our differences became barriers. That night, Claire hosted a small gathering at our home. Colleagues, clients, friends from work. I suggested we call it an early night, maybe order in and watch a movie. Her laugh rang out, cutting across the room. "Daniel, don't be such a bore. You're ruining the fun." For a moment, the weight of all the months hit me. This wasn't about one night in. This was about me simply being myself. The man she had married now seemed to threaten her enjoyment. I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I just walked out. Quietly. No drama. Just me stepping into the night. My coat hung loosely on my shoulders, hands buried in my pockets. I didn't glance back, though I felt her gaze burning through the sliding glass door. By morning, my phone was a frenzy of alerts, 47 missed calls, dozens of messages. "Daniel, come back. Why are you doing this? I just wanted to talk." I read them all without replying. Because that night, I realized something vital. When someone consistently brushes aside your feelings with a joke, the only way to make them notice is to create space. To let them feel, even briefly, what it's like to be dismissed. The house was silent that morning. Claire's laughter was gone. Only the persistent buzzing of my phone reminded me of her frantic attempts to reach me. 47 calls, and yet I remained steady. "Come." Later, she came into the kitchen, hair messy, eyes red from a sleepless night. "Daniel," she whispered. "Please, just come back." I lifted a hand gently. "I know you didn't mean it," I said quietly. But that was the problem. It wasn't about intention. It was the repeated pattern, the months of being dismissed. Claire fell silent, searching for words that wouldn't come. "It's not about fun," I continued. "It's about respect. About seeing each other before it's too late." She looked down, fiddling with her sweater. Shame washed over her face. For the first time, I saw clearly the truth she had hidden behind laughter. This wasn't a harmless joke. It was a pattern. Patterns have consequences. In the following days, Claire attempted small gestures. Coffee in bed, casual compliments, sticky notes with apologies. But it all felt empty, reactions to my absence, not reflection. Then came the incident at work. A careless comment taken the wrong way. Suddenly, Claire was under scrutiny. The lightness and laughter that had defined her were replaced by tension, hurried calls, whispered explanations. I watched quietly. Not out of malice but clarity. The woman who had laughed off my feelings now experienced pressure and accountability firsthand. By week's end, she had been formally reprimanded. The confident, teasing Claire now moved cautiously, every word measured, every gesture deliberate. Still she reached out. The 47 calls had not ended, they were just the beginning. But this time I didn't rush back. I had learned that silence could speak louder than any argument or joke. Actions mattered. Words alone did not. When she finally admitted, "I messed up. I didn't mean to hurt you," I met her gaze calmly. "You didn't just hurt me. You dismissed me. You laughed at my feelings. Now you know what it feels like when someone walks away." Tears slipped down her cheeks as she sank onto the couch. I offered no comfort, no rush to ease her guilt. This was her lesson, accountability, not forgiveness. By the next day, HR's final notice arrived. Her position temporarily downgraded, colleagues whispering behind closed doors. The woman who once commanded every room now moved carefully, aware of every eye. Meanwhile, I continued my life, grounded, focused on friends and projects, allowing Claire space to reckon with herself. Slowly, I realized that walking away had not just taught her a lesson, it had freed me. By the end of the month, the frantic calls stopped. The house felt quiet but not heavy. Necessary. Healing. Sometimes love isn't about fighting for someone who refuses to see. Sometimes it's about stepping back, letting consequences fall where they may. That evening I walked past her and Claire's eyes met mine, wide with the memory of 47 missed calls. No words were exchanged. I only smiled faintly, then went to the kitchen. The fun she once controlled had ended. And this time it wasn't me laughing. Please help me to reach 500 subscribers.